Hi guys, hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm doing this for educational purposes only. So good day to you, Dr. Miss Amon Tirol. So my name is Jubel M. Dagala, and in today's video cast, I'm going to give introduction about my topic, which is consumer choice and optimizing marginal utility for consumer satisfaction. So there's a saying that the more money you have, the happier you'll be. So what do you think? Okay, can money really buy satisfaction? Okay. So money can be used in ways that lift the spirit. For one thing, more money means more opportunities to strengthen your connections with others and contribute to your communities. So can more money really buy satisfaction? We say yes, but only if you are careful about how you spend it and do not become consumed by the pursuit of money. In economics, we spend a lot of time on the basics of supply and demand. For example, if the price of the balut falls, the quantity demanded of balut increases. This is simply the law of demand at work. So where does this result came from? It comes from all of us, each analyzing the different choices that we have. But how exactly do we choose what to buy? Each day, we face thousands of choices. So, to better understand the decisions that consumers make, economists attempt to measure the satisfaction that consumers get when they make purchases. Each good that we decided to buy provides us with some value, and economists call this utility. And you may think of it as satisfaction or happiness. And the increase of the value or satisfaction from buying an additional good is its marginal utility. So goods have diminishing marginal utility. Each additional good brings less utility, less satisfaction than the previous one. So to better understand this concept of diminishing marginal utility and maximizing consumer satisfaction, please bear with me as I will discuss and give you table for better understanding. So this table is showing you the relationship between marginal utility and the total utility. So as you can see, we have here units, the total utility and the marginal utility. So units, these are the quantities being consumed, and the total utility, so this is the satisfaction or happiness um, provided by the units you consumed, and we have also marginal utility. So always remember that total utility is different. I mean, it varies from person to person. It doesn't have exact measurement on how many utils one unit or each unit must have. So, for example, you just got out from work and you decided to buy pizza. So, the first slice of pizza provides you 10 utils. So, this is a total utility. So, the second slice of pizza provides you 18 utils. So, after eating the second slice of pizza, you are still hungry and you wanted to eat another slice of pizza. So, the third slice of pizza provides you 24 utils. And the fourth slice of pizza provides you 28 utils. And the fifth slice of pizza provides you 30 utils. So you must be very hungry that this uh, pizza provides you increasing utils. So I don't know how much you like pizzas, but when you eat the sixth slice of pizza, so it only provides you 30 utils, and the seventh slice of pizza provides you 28 utils, which means it decreases. So maybe you are full or something like that. So marginal utility, in order to get the marginal utility, so again, marginal utility is the additional satisfaction derived from consuming one more unit of a good or service. Okay, so we can get the marginal utility by um, identifying the difference as you add another unit of pizza. I mean, so when you eat the first slice of pizza, it provides you 10 utils. So the second slice of pizza provides you 18 utils. So to get the marginal utility, we have to identify the difference of utility after you have consumed the second pizza. So the second pizza provides you 8 marginal utility. Okay, so the total utility is increasing, but it increases by smaller and smaller amount for each additional unit. In other words, total utility is increasing at decreasing rate. And marginal utility is downward sloping because of the fact that consumption of successive units gives less satisfaction. Okay, so always remember that economists doesn't make decisions in total utilities, so they always make decision on marginal, so they could figure out which unit they must consume in order to provide optimum satisfaction.
If you are looking for consuming two goods at one time, you use the formula here of marginal utility per peso of X needs to equal to the marginal utility of per peso of Y. So when you have these ratios equaling one another, that will maximize the personal satisfaction of a person consuming the good or the product. So when you are confronted with this kind of problem, you will be given the prices of goods that being sold at. You will be given the quantities and the total utilities. Down here you have this budget constraint. Now with the budget constraint, what is the saying is the amount of the person's income is. One of the rules is that you always have to spend all of your income. So not only you make sure the ratio equal in one another, but you also have to make sure that the quantities that they're buying at, these prices will also equal with the budget constraint, which in this case is 13 pesos. So in order to solve the marginal utility, you need to look at the change of utility in each of the unit. So as you can see in this table, the good X, the marginal utility of the first good is 15 because it went up from 0 to 15, and the marginal utility of the second unit is 10 because it went up from 15 to 25, and the marginal utility of the third unit is 6 because it went up from 25 to 31. So in order to figure out the marginal utility per peso, I need to take out these utilities and divide them with 3 pesos. So and that's when I came up with these numbers here. And you also have like 5 peso, 3.33 peso, 2 and 1. And you also have the marginal utility per peso of the good Y. So the first thing to do is to look at this formula here, the marginal utility per peso. So in order to figure out which of the ratios equal in one another, well, I like to do is to look at the highest marginal utility per peso and see if anything matches from the other good. So in this case is 16 is the highest. So we need to find if there is 16 in the marginal utility per peso of the good X. So there is nothing. Next is 10. So there is no 10. And next is 2. So what matches is the 2 pesos from the marginal utility per peso of good X, and that actually works for either 3 units or 4 units of good Y. So the next thing to do is that you need to look at the marginal utility per peso of 2 and need to look at how I can spend my 13 pesos. If I need to buy 3 units of good X at 3 pesos, that is 3 times 3 is 9, so I already spend my 9 pesos of my income, so I have 4 pesos left. Well, if I have to buy 3 units of good Y at 1 peso, I already spent 3 pesos of my income, so that is 9 plus 3 is 12 and I haven't satisfied my budget constraint. Now, if I have to buy 3 units of good X at 3 pesos, 3 times 3 is 9. And if I have to buy 4 units of good Y at 1 peso, so that is 4 peso. So 9 plus 4 is 13. So 9 pesos from good X with 3 units and 4 pesos from good Y with 4 units in good is equals 13. So not only it met the ratios but also satisfied my budget constraints. So that would be the combination then for the amount being sold. So it will be 3 units of good X and 4 units of good Y to maximize the personal satisfaction of the person consuming them.
So, does more money make people more satisfied? The answer is no. More money enables people to buy more goods, but because of diminishing marginal utility, that increases in satisfaction from being able to buy more goods or higher quality goods become progressively smaller with rising income. So we could say that having more money makes people somewhat more satisfied, but it seems appropriate to add that the relationship between the quality of life and money is not direct. And more money sometimes lead to more utility. In other times, more money means more problems.